Hello, welcome to Motorcycle Confessional here on RevelatorAlf. So, look, I've got a question here from Wyn, W-Y-N. I assume that's how you pronounce it. I mean, I don't know what the full name is, just Wyn, it says. Anyway, the question is, why do I need to get a stable of bikes? Well, I think you've been watching my channel quite a bit because I use that term quite a lot, a stable of bikes, and a lot of people do. And basically, you just have a collection of bikes in your garage, whatever. It's a stable of rides. And anyway, why do you need to get a stable of bikes? Well, I think everybody needs a stable of bikes. No, the reality is nobody needs a stable of bikes. Nobody needs more than one bike because you can only ride one bike at a time. But let's face it, if you've got that passion for bikes, one bike is never quite enough, really, is it? And so you always want to have more than one bike, and each bike type, let's say, is much better at a particular task. So let's say if you're buying bikes for a particular function or style of riding, then you may have more than one bike. You may have an enduro bike, a cruiser bike, like Harley, for example. You may have an adventure bike. You might have just a normal touring bike. You might have a commuter bike, so on and so forth. It depends what kind of riding you're going to do, whatever. You also may be into your classic bikes as well. So you might have your new bike, but you have a collection of older bikes that you just take out on the road very rarely. But most of the time, they're just stored in your stable of, motorcycle ornaments, I suppose. But there you go. So the question is, why do you need a stable of bikes? I don't think you do. That's the factor here. It's one of those things. Now, how do you get a stable of bikes? I mean, that's another question. It's just about, it could be a lifelong passion here of investment and never selling any of your bikes, really. That's a good way of developing a stable of bikes. But anyway, that's the answer. I hope it was good enough.
RevelatorAlf.